Hello. Welcome. Welcome Proton and Kittens and Rasmus. How are you guys doing? Hello. I hope you're having a nice Saturday. As you can see, I'm really I'm kind of bored. I thought I'm gonna play a game before I start talking, because I was just so sleepy. I'm also sleepy. I'm shaking your hand. But I tried playing for like 5 minutes and I realized, oh my god, if I do it on my own, I'm gonna just freaking die here. So Larkspur, hello. So instead, I'm gonna play a little game, and as you know, as planned, 7 p.m. my time, which is an hour and 20 minutes from now, I'll start yapping about my con experiences. Yay! I hope you can wait. It's not like I really have to wait, but you know what? I set a time, so I figured might as well keep to it. You know, might as well try to be fair. It's unusual. You usually yap first. We do, but as I said, I said I would yap at 7 p.m. and it's not 7 p.m. yet, and I just really wanted to start streaming. Yeah, video game. Have you guys played this game? Or is just I know my sister played it on my PC one time, but that's it. That's pretty much it. That's all I know. Which is nothing really, if you think about it. Really missed you? I missed you too! It's been a time. Go offline. To play with friends. What? Why can't I collect items if I'm offline? This sucks. Anyway, I played this game, as you can see today, for 7 minutes 45 seconds. So yeah, I figured, you know what, we're gonna play, because it seems it's not really a game you can just play on your own, because there's like no NPCs. There's nothing really you can do. It gets boring. 3 weeks of no Sura streams. God. Reaper, hello! No, but the game looks kinda hot. I don't play a lot of games. But I got that. Why am I so tiny? But yeah, I played a little bit, and one little thing that I have to say. Oh my god, are my feet this dirty? Jesus Christ, what's wrong with my shoes? Anyway, one complaint I have is that controls seem kind of... How do I say this? It's not really tank controls, but you know, there's like a slight delay to everything you do, and it's kind of annoying. But you can get used to it. It's just that you know, the moment you start playing, it's like, what am I doing? What's happening? Why is it so weird? Like, I was doing this thing. I didn't get the 1 star. It says reach a speed of 9. I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. It's like Tomb Raider, kind of. Except jumping is not that difficult. What's that? So young. Start of a life, jump rope for health. What? Okay. Not sure if I'm crazy or doesn't make sense, but sure. Jumping is not difficult, you say? I think... I might be wrong. What's that? Ah, I have a double jump. What is that? Oh my god, balloons? Why? I did not expect balloons here. Oh, they're filled with water, I think. Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't take this as proof that I was wrong. It was an accident on my part, okay? I thought I could double jump, but it didn't work for some reason. God damn it. We got a new character. And a hat. What? What are these things? Crispy. When I started this game, you know, like those 10 minutes ago, let's say, jumping jacks. Oh god. Heck, fine. Okay, fine. Let it be. I did not do it for a while, so I guess I was asking for it. Hold on. One. Ah, shit. Hold on. The cable. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I skip something? That felt really short. No. You can... jumping is not easy when you have cables everywhere. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. You can double jump until you can't? Yeah. Crispy demise. But as I was saying, when I started this game like 10 minutes ago, I realized that it's lagging for some reason. I don't know why. I just reset the settings and it stopped. I don't get it. I don't know what that means. I didn't get all the stars. Not this, but don't perform any swings. Grab the golden pin. I'm gonna try it! Oh my god, it's my own ghost. Okay, where is the golden pin though? Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew. How do I not do the swing over here? Ah! Restart! I'm gonna look for the ping, I was about to say. For the pin. There it goes! Whee! Maybe I have to jump really high and go get over there. Doesn't seem to really do anything. Oh! I guess you can do it like that. I'm not sure if I cheated, but I don't know. Is something over there? There's something over there. I'm looking for the pin. Replay completed. Pen! Oh, is that the pen? Okay. Okay, that was not as difficult as I expected. My god. My own hands in front of my face. I feel like I cheated. Gat. Mango. Can I wear any of this? Sombrero! Wow. I had, my time was terrible, but doesn't matter. It's not what we were going for. I was just looking at things. Go to menu. 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 Ooh, not me. Haha. Funny name! Why'd I have to say it to realize? I want this hat. Oh my god, it lagged. Wilson is too powerful for this game. Wow. I don't know what these are for, to be honest. I mean, okay, that sounds dumb. That implies that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I know what these are for, it's just that you don't really do anything? Like, you cannot really see yourself? Anyway? Why would I bother with cosmetics? I mean, I know that this game is multiplayer too, but like... Is it just cosmetics for the sake of cosmetics? Oh my god, there's 2 of them now. What the fuck? Where are the 2 of you? Can I punch you? She's flying. Oh my god. I don't know where I can do this and just run around like this. I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna catch you. Run away! God damn it. What? I have to... Oh, I have to hold the space. Whee! My leg! I cannot talk to her. Oh my god. Tiny toys trial. Oh my god. I wanna do it one more time! Living on the ledge. This game's not just about jumping. Hold on, you're about to learn about ledges. I don't think I want to learn about ledges. I want to be tiny. I think I'll be busy by the time you get to yapping, so I'll be keep playing guitar and sitting. Aw, yay! I'll try to hurry up. We can start early if you guys wanna. Scoop, thank you so much for 10 months. What? Tiny toy trial. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess you can see yourself in some cases. The opening. What am I even doing here? Is this worm mode? Maybe. I'm not really sure what's happening. Seriously? You couldn't just run on top of that thing? I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Like, it's not a bad game by any means. What? But it surely is... how do I say this? Oh, nice view. Oh, fork. It's not intuitive enough, I think. If conventions looked like that, I would go. I'm not sure if I would go. I might be scared. I don't like schools. Can I drink this? Oh my god, I'm stuck. Liquid format? Laundry detergent. Oh, I thought it was bleach. Never mind. I thought it would be, but I'm not sure. I didn't need to climb high places. Honestly, I relate to that. I'm not sure if, for me it's probably not a genetic need, but it's some... But it's something I've... Oh shit. Maybe I... Oh, I did it wrong! But you know, it's just something I learned from video games. Video games told me that high places have high rewards, you know? Oh my god, what am I doing? Why am I being so bad at this? What's this? Oh my god! What? Why is your head over here? What the heck? Why is your head over here? It's terrifying. I've lost the everything. I lost my brain. 2 weeks System Shock too? Yeah! Oh, speaking of System Shock, hey, guess what we're playing next week? Oh my goodness, a woman. I'll actually be playing the remake of the first game next week. Whee! I forgot to mention that. I think I mentioned it before, but the timing of recent events has been so confusing that I might have been saying things without really following through with them. Oh yeah. Complete the curse! Course! Fuck. Grab the golden panda. I'm drunk! Okay, no deaths, spend less than 25 seconds on the ground, complete under 55. You know what, we'll be back here. I'm just lazy all of a sudden. Pogo? What? Stop clapping! What? How old are you? Whee! Whee! Have any of you ever used a pogo stick? My whole life, I was kinda led to believe that they're not real. Like, I've only saw them in freaking cartoons, and I'm like, is that a real thing? Am I crazy? Missed one once and I thought I would do it because of cartoons. It's not? Oh, Jesus. That scares me. What is it like? Stop standing in lava! They died because of you! What the fuck are you doing? Whee. Oh my god. Oh my god! Any of search of oh my goodness. I was too sure of myself, and I paid the price. Ah! Oh. Okay, I guess I do not understand anything anyway. Or after all. What am I saying? Whee! Was the green gunk? I don't know actually. Oh my god! Be fire stuff! Fucking hell, man. I want to unlock all of the characters for no particular reason, honestly. I think, like, you mean the green thing that you run into? I think there's a checkpoint, but I don't understand why it's that shape. Like, there's a lot of things in this game that do not make sense at all. Why can't I go through this? Oh, I can. Why is it so difficult? What the fuck am I doing? Okay. No. Guess not. Maybe. Listen, I have no idea. You're asking me questions, but I don't know how to answer them. Monkey time! Whee! I need to find that golden pin. Pull up. You know what? Golden pin! You know what? Tomb Raider is easier than this game. Which is, kinda counterintuitive when you think about it, because you'll think this game is, you know, it was made for the sort of sole purpose of being, you know, just fun, and you know, just you do silly things, just click, and well, click, you just jump and do things. What the fuck am I saying even? What I'm trying to say? Boulder clip? Is that what this thing is called? What I was trying to say is, you will think that, you know, this game will just let you be fast. You know, it's like playing Sonic. You just kind of want to press forward and jump sometimes, but generally you don't want to stop. And this game is kind of like that, except sometimes you get confused because not everything makes sense. For example, like, you know, all of these ropes that you have to... Lava is just spicy water. I mean, kind of, you are not wrong. Like this thing. Jesus Christ. You get on top of this. Like, I cannot hold this, but if I... Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't understand how it works, that sometimes you will just, hold these, and sometimes just let go immediately. There's something weird happening to the mechanics here. Or like over here, right now, I'm not pressing any button. I'm just holding. Spicy rock? I mean, I guess. And right now I fell. So, I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just silly. Maybe I just do not understand. Where is the... Face your sister. I am familiar with that kind of game. Come over here. I think it's funny running away from me like that. I don't really know why I'm chasing you in the first place. Usually, when you're chasing your, you know, your sibling, you have a reason to do so. Unless, you know, it's just, you know, basic chasing game. But usually it's like, oh, you stole my toy, or like, you took my candy, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna chase you around. I did not... I already have this, what? I do not have a reason to chase you, unless you tell me. Rock milk, oh my god. I mean... Yes. Why though? Tag your sister, don't perform any swings, grab the golden pin. What? I don't understand. Eh? Okay, what? Something about this jetpack thing. It's very, well... not really unreliable, but it's not very satisfying at all. Why am I so slow? I want to be fast! God damn it. When is next character? What level am I? What? I unlocked this many and I didn't know! What do you mean? Why didn't you tell me, game? Lord Sludge. You're weird. Ben. The Jaffa Galas, definitely, yeah. Wait, oh. Oh, you have different levels of the characters. Let me see. Mega Morta Beast. Hi. It's a ball. It's a skunk, I guess. Where's her tail? Venomous. I thought. Oh my god. I like my eyes just like skimmed over this, and I thought it said homeless. You have teeth. Look at the Cheeto lizard. Cheeto lizard? Which one? This one? Does he even? It doesn't even have any skins. Do you have any skin? No. This is kind of disappointing. Oh, she has skin. Why? These two, those last ones, they're over here like they're anime, but I don't know why. You know what? We'll keep this one for now, just because, and we'll see how the unlocked ones looked. Oh my god! Oh, duplicates. I hate duplicates. You know, you give me duplicates in a video game, I'm going to hate you. Oh, it's a nose. Sure, just let me do everything. Hold on. World selection. I've unlocked that many already? I just played a little bit. Is this a game something you can really finish in like 2 hours? Oh. Oh. I cannot even see what I typed because I mean, I think you could, but I'm hiding it behind my head. Is this game something you can finish in an hour? My god, it's a dog! Oh my god, the game lagged. Oh my god. Don't. Why am I holding him? Don't throw the dog! What are you doing? He's my friend. I don't want to throw him. I'm very disgusted with the game for implying I should throw a dog. These noises? What noises? Mine noises or the dog noises? Throw it? No! Handle like a weapon! Ah! Wait, this is a tutorial. Why am I doing it again? So I'm the criminal. No, he's not a criminal, it's a dog! He doesn't understand the concept of criminality. Cats probably do. Cats are smarter. Smarter. They're smarter. Oh, Jesus Christ. But dogs are like, wow, I exist on this plane of existence. You know what? The only wanted criminal in here is me, probably. That's my guess. Only section 7 of 21? Oh my god, do I have to go through everything? Oh Jesus. You know what? I do not really find joy in repeating stuff. The only crimes are food related? Who was that? Why was there a person over here? What are my food crimes? I want the dog again, but I don't want to throw it. Do you understand my problem? Can I just pet the doggy? Why am I playing with some kid that just keeps falling into the lava? Ah, shit. What? Okay, I guess I can do that instead. I see! So the people who are achieving like crazy results in this game, like 5 seconds for something, they're just cheating! Not cheating, cheesing! Because the game is kinda silly with, you know, detecting where you land. Does the game make you throw it? You can't throw it, but I won't. I won't do it. You cannot do anything to make me throw the dog. Like I refuse. Can you throw this? You can throw this! Oh my god, I throw it into the lava. That was not something I wanted to do! He needs to be thrown, he will develop a condition? No! I think he already has a condition. It's called being a pog. How many sections do I have left? I'm already kind of bored of this school. Oh my god! It's you again! Shit. Oh shit, fuck. I was so proud of myself and then I messed up. Oh my god, why am I going blind? What the fuck is happening? Hey! What? Okay. Guys, the game broke. I can't move. Like, whatever I press. Is it dog's wrath? No! Was killed by kind. What the fuck does that even mean? I need help. What if it's one of those dogs that are like being softly thrown on pillows? I do not see any pillows. That's the issue. Hey, oh my god. I don't understand. Game, what do you want me to do? I look like shit. I will point at you! Not this thing. Her. I don't know what the fuck the game wants me to do. I do understand, I broke it. Fuck. I am honestly stuck. Oh my god, no. I'm not doing it from the start. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm taking the dog with me and I'm leaving. The dog is angry. He understands my pain. Here. Have the dog. How dare you make me stop! What level am I? 26 still!
You ready to play with the big kids? Don't embarrass me, okay?
Why is our sister cringe? Oh my god. A card! I want the card! I'm gonna cheese this. I don't care about anything. Wow, 60? Never mind, I don't want the cards. Fuck it. Fuck the cards. Reminds me of freaking. Oh my goodness. Oh, the game lagged. Why is this game lagging? I would like to know. Just you know, a question. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to unlock all of the characters for no particular reason, just because I want to. And I'm gonna tell you guys about the con, because I'm getting a little bored of this game already. I don't know, like, it's not a bad game. It's definitely something you just kind of play when you, you know, you just feel like you want to do something mechanically, but you don't want to think. Have any of you ever played, Cluster Truck? That's thinking about? I think so. But either way, it has a very similar premise. Melon racers feel more entertaining. Yeah, definitely. So I'm not jumpy, I'm disappointed. I was about to say demon racing. Lemon racing is good! Just my bread, what the fuck? I need to save the kitty! Fuck that dinosaur I just kicked into the sand. Into the lava, I mean. Into the sand. What am I saying? What am I saying? You know what? I think this game is definitely more entertaining with friends than when you're playing it on your own. Why do I have clones? I mean, why do you have clones? I don't understand. I do not want to play the Pogo. The Pogo minigame. What is that? Oh, I guess I cheesed. I guess the thing shows you when the next... where the next, what's it called? Checkpoint is. And I just kind of cheesed through and I skipped something. This game is for the kids who like, what's it called? Oh Jesus. I was just about to look at this if it's moving and I guess not. Minecraft, Parcraft. I swear, I'm probably not making any sense whatsoever. If you're listening and you are wondering what the heck am I saying, just ignore it. Don't think about it. It won't do you any good. Why can't you use your hands? Just grab the ledge. Oh my god. What the heck? Naruhodo. Why is the music going faster? Clones are all the rage now? I'm scared. Wholesale? The Dali. Jester! I want to go to the wholesale. I want to play the supermarket sim. 33! First we unlock the new characters. Oh my god, they look like trash. And they also do not have any customizability. Cyberpunk. These are just guys. Sea stealth. Snowstorm. I don't understand. I don't want. Oh my god, I can't. Latin. I do not know. What? Oh my god. Nice. I do not understand why these characters don't have more skin. Ooh, I like this one. System shock. Wait, hold on. Can have blue. I guess you can have these colors. Still look kinda is what I'm trying to say, yes. Definitely. Definitely. Nice. Oh, is there pets? Something? Okay. Hydrate? Okay, fine. But you know what? I'm done. Enough. Enough. Enough is enough. Well, 10 squats? God damn it. Fine. 10 jumping jacks? What are you guys doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And jumping jacks. Never let rest. No! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Polish mode! God damn it! God damn it! You guys have too many points. This is ow. Ow. This is the issue. I see. What? Yeah, I would... Hold on. There we go. Okej. Boże, moja noga. Także za nami 49 minut. Hot lava. Prawie 49 minut. Gra mnie zbytnio nie... Jak to powiedzieć? Nie oczarowała? Nie... Nie wyrwała mi dupy? Nie wiem. Gra jest okej. Pewnie jeżeli grasz z kolegą... No jesteś... Nie przegrasz sam, ty grasz z kolegą. Ale chyba jestem za stara na tą grę. Albo po prostu... To nie jest dla mnie. Nie wiem. Ale pograłam chwilę i nie wiem. Jakoś nie czuję powodu, żeby grać dalej. Może żeby zdobyć achievementy albo coś, nie wiem. Mam 39% achievementów, pomimo tego, że grałam przez pół godziny. Niesamowite. Jakie inne achievementy mamy? Odblokuj wszystkie kursy na placu zabaw, skocz 5000 razy. Odblokuj wszystkie kursy na innym czymś tam. Ukradnij plecak? Co? Użyj Strać kolegę w lawie? Fajnie, ale nie mam kolegi. No, nie urywa dupy. To jest jedyne, co mogę powiedzieć. Nie urywa dupy. Boże. Ja bym móc powiedzieć więcej, ale niestety, no. Gra wygląda lepiej na reklamie niż tym, co jest. I to mówi osoba, która zagrała w tę grę po raz pierwszy, odkąd wyszła, a gra wyszła chyba 5 lat temu. Okay, hold on. Was it 3 minutes already? I think it was. I've just been shouting garbage to myself. But yeah. Like 10? Oh Jesus. 10 minutes of I'm just talking about the game. Hold on. Hold on. I need to link the stream. I need to tweet about it. Because I didn't do that. I was just ready to do silly things. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How's your Saturday? How's your day in general? General. I want different song over here in the background. Hold on, where do I have music? Whoa. Chunky, what the fuck is that? Sorry for the quietness. Doesn't make any sense. Which song have I been using? This one. I think. I use this sometimes in the past. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Video games. 6 years now? Sick? Oh my god. That's a long time ago. What the heck? But yeah, I remember when the hot lava was teased, and I actually signed up for the beta, and I got into the beta. I did not play in the beta. I was like, cool, now I can play the game, and I completely forgot about it because it wasn't really on top of my priorities or anything. And I'm not really sure. I think I got the game for free after being in the beta. I don't think that's what happened, but I don't remember buying the game, so my guess is that that's just what it was. But yeah, I let my sister play it once. She played for like 5 minutes or so. She said it's boring, and she didn't continue. That's why I had like one achievement all of these years, and it was for unlocking the first character. But so yeah, I guess she played like 5-10 minutes, and that was it. I didn't copy the freaking link. The link! You know what the issue is right now? It's really hot outside. Not hot outside, but it's like really, stuffy? Is that the word? I forgot the word, but either way. I do not enjoy the weather right now. It's supposed to be a storm later, so I guess that's what happened. Still, not my favorite. Either way, since I've already linked the thing, because I finally remembered, I can tell you about the con, which it was something. That much I can tell. Honestly, I I didn't know what to expect. How many times a billionaire did you become? -10. Hold on, I'm trying to make sense of what I'm typing here. Just trying to change the silly title. You're really good at making keyboard noises? That's just my bones. What kind it was? It was like a very tiny local cone. Not a cone, not an ice cone. It's a cone. I can't really tell you what it was, but it was small and it didn't really become a big thing. Hello, Eve. 0. Thank you so much for 3 months. I hope you're having a good day. But yeah, it's, you know, I guess I should start with the beginning, right? With how I actually got there, because that was an experience on its own. It was its own freaking circus, honestly. So the train incident. Exactly. The train incident. If you have checked my Discord server on last Friday, then you have some sort of idea of what happened. If you didn't, that's fine, don't worry about it. I'm about to pretty much tell you everything what happened. So yeah, the amazing experience of being in a train for God knows how many hours, and then realizing, oh, heck, this is not ending anytime soon. So yeah, the whole experience of me traveling to the con was I got on the train at like 10 a.m. I was getting ready to spend like 7 hours on the train and then some to, you know, get to the place where I was gonna stay at. And you know, at first the train was late by like, I believe 8 minutes or something. And you know, I thought nothing about it because it just happens, even though it's always very confusing how trains get become late so early in the runs, but no, not like I know anything about how these things are run. So anyway, no, I was just traveling and things have generally been okay, but we kind of have been gaining some delay here and there. So as I said in the beginning, the delay was like 7 minutes, but as we kept going, it was growing, and not in a funny way, you know. We're like, okay, you know, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, this is okay, you can kind of deal with that. When it rose to like 30 minutes, and the explanation for why this was happening kept changing. You know, I kind of had this like yellow bulb light up in my head, being like, oh, you know what, something is happening here. If you're going to train to con, there are no problems with train, and con you're going to be boring is the rule. Listen. How about both? How about both? How about train having problems and con having problems? But the bulb still works. It works, but it only works in the weirdest of situations. You can't really depend on that thing being correct most of the time. But yeah, you know, in the beginning, when I got in the train, the announcement was that the delay happened because the passengers have been taking too long to locate their seats or like get into the train. And I'm just thinking, isn't that just like your responsibility to help people if they like cannot like do it on their own? Like I imagine someone had trouble getting into the train because, I don't know, like their baggage was heavy or something. If you are working on the train. Help them. That it won't take so long. Either way. I don't think that was the case. I think that was just an excuse for anything. Because the next station and like the next station as well, they also said that, you know, oh, we have a delay because the passengers have been, you know, they've been taking too long to get in the train. I'm like, okay, that's like so mean, but it's fine, sure, whatever. And that was basically it for that part of the journey. Let's say it was the first hour. The rest of the well, the rest, not really the rest, but like the middle part was pretty much uneventful. Not much had happened. We had to stand here and there because there had been some trouble on the tracks or something. I don't understand really. They didn't really explain it properly. And then the absolute shit show happened. So around half an hour from where I was supposed to get off, we still have been, you know, we had a delay for like 40 minutes at that point, and we just stopped at like a very random station, and I heard the sound of like doors, you know, like closing, you know, heavily. And it was like a repeating sound, like every like minute or so. I'm like, what's happening? Are the doors broken or something? Can you not close the door? And you know, it had happening. And then there was an announcement that, oh, you know, we are having a temporary issue with the train, and you know, we will be standing here for a little bit. And I was like, ah, shit. I guess the delay is only going to grow from now on. So, you know, I tried to be patient. I thought, okay, I guess I just need to not connect, get in touch with the person who was supposed to pick me up and tell them that I'll be late because the train. You know, I know we were standing there. And after a couple of minutes, they said that, oh, you know, there's going to be a different train coming for like to a closer town over there. If you are traveling to that place, you can, you know, change the train and you can travel without like initial payment. And I'm like, what? That's so weird, but okay. Why are they telling people that they can switch trains? But you know, some people they already knew. They already knew what was happening. So I don't know. I was just sitting there for some time still, and after like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, or maybe 30 minutes, I don't know for sure. There was another announcement, and they were like, good evening, sir. Well, they were like, there has been like a total breakdown of the engine. I'm like, what are you talking about? A total failure. I'm like, what? Did you say it was a temporary thing? Like a little thingy, just, you know, under or something. What would be a good word? Honestly, I'm not sure. But you know, I was just like, huh? What do you mean? But you know, I was just like pretty much stuck here. You know, they were like, oh, you know, just a little malfunction, you know, it's gonna be fine. And no, a little breakdown. So we were like, okay, what now? So the announcement was like, I guess we will wait for the decision from the you know, from the main from the, like, you know, the people in charge, and they were like, and I'm just saying like, what? This was very bad, not good travel. This is not my fault. Why is everything my fault all of a sudden? Before it was just engine failure. After they tried to repair, they decided it was total. Oh my god. You know, listen. You say that, but after everything, I talked to a person. They were like, I knew this wasn't a temporary thing. I knew they was already like fucked up. And like, oh, I guess I just don't have enough experience with trains to know. But either way, they decided that we will be waiting for a replacement locomotive to arrive. And after I was, you know, just sitting there chilling, they were like, if you want, there will be like a different train coming. It's not really taking the same direction, but like it's fairly close to where the first train was going, sort of. So if you really want to, you can take that one. You can switch. It's something I was like, man, it's not really going where I want to go. So I guess I'm gonna wait. So I was just sitting there for another 20 minutes, and then the guy who what's his name? What's his job? The conductor? It's something. You know, he enters the wagon. He's like, don't sit here. Don't wait. Like, we don't know how long it will take for the thing to you know, for the locomotive to arrive. Just, you know, just get off. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? You know, I was really, you know, losing it at that point because I realized that I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how to even get to the place I'm supposed to get because there was no other train that really takes the direct route there. And it was all over the place. So I kind of, you know, I got off. I saw like funnily enough, the previous time, you know, the people that were told to change the trains because something else will, like, you know, was arriving. That thing still didn't come. So when I got off the train, I still had like 3 minutes before that thing even arrived. Anyway, I got on the train. I traveled to like a closer city. Then I had to change the train to a different train again. It was so full that people were just standing in the dining wagon, you know? This usually doesn't happen. You're not supposed to really sit there if you're not eating. But the train was so full that we were just standing over there, and we're like, I guess I cannot do anything. And you know, I could really tell that there were only people who waited for on the station. The train broke down. And they did not take the first train that I took instead. Because, you know, I took like a small regional train to get to the town, to the city. And then in the city I, you know, I took the replacement express train. And I didn't have to do it apparently, but still. Because it didn't change anything. But yeah, I got there. I got off after like an hour. And, you know, I was about to, I was supposed to arrive at like 5 p.m. I was in like a bigger town, in a bigger city, not really still close to my destination at around 7 p.m. I think. The train that I had to take afterwards was like 8 p.m. 8 something. And, you know, I go to the, you know, to the information center and be like, hello, you know, I arrived here on the replacement train because I was told to change the trains because they just told me to get off. And the guy who was, you know, just sitting there, well, you know, I said information, but this like a register, you know, anyway, plays when you buy tickets and also just get some help. I talked to them, and they're like, I don't know of anything of this. I don't know anything about this. What do you mean? What do you mean the train broke? Like, what? And they took their freaking phone on their pocket and like calling somebody. I'm like, what is even happening? Is this real? Like, this is a whole circus. So, you know, they called somebody. And they're like, oh yeah, this thing, yeah, it's this thing that broke over there. And like, yeah, sure, you know, and I don't really know what they talked about because they didn't tell me everything. And you know, when he hung up, he was like, why did you wait for the bus? And I'm like, excuse me, what bus? And apparently, after we left, you know, we, as in, I don't know, 90% of people who were on the train, we took the replacement train. Not replacement, really. I'm using that word, but in reality, it was just, you know, a different express that took us because they had some space. They weren't really supposed to, you know, taking us with them, but still, you know, we traveled with in the other train. And apparently, after we left, the train company decided that, oh, you know, now that we have like, I don't know, 30 people left, we'll just get a bus, and we will just, you know, travel everywhere. You know, just let people get off on all of the stops they needed to get off on at or something. Like, we won't even go the way the train was going. We will just check which one of you was this time to go, and we'll just get you there. And like, you know, I hear that, and I just fucking losing my mind. Like, what do you mean? Anyway, you know, I told the man that I was told to get off. I was not told that there's going to be a bus, that there's going to be an official replacement of the transport. That, you know, that there's any transportation coming anyway, other than the other express that was coming through. And I think that express had to like change the stations that it was stopping at because they had to pick us up anyway. Instead, you know, they were like, okay, and he just gave me like a free ticket for a different train as well, so I can actually get to the place I was going. And I think I arrived at 9:30 or something. So in the end, I was on the train, you know, not waiting like the half an hour or something. I was like waiting on the station. I think I was on the trains. In the trains, I was traveling by trains for like 11 hours that day. It was awful. I hate trains. I thought I might start liking trains because they're usually quite convenient. I guess not always. So yeah, that was not a good experience. And yeah, you know, I basically just arrived and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a shower and I'm gonna sleep. There's nothing else I want to do right now. Because I knew that I have to get up at 5 AM the next day. So basically that was the whole experience, the whole Friday, and I was so upset at everything, honestly. So, you know, that's how it started. My first horror story. Then came the next day. The first day of the convention. Oh no, first. You know, the convention was open to the vendors from 7 AM to 12 PM. So, you know, you had 5 hours to just arrive and set up your thing, your booth, and get everything ready before it's officially open for visitors. 2 visitors, I guess. And we arrived first because it was our first time and we didn't really know what to expect. We thought, okay, like we don't know how long it will take us to set this whole thing up, and it's better to have more time than less time. And besides, our transport was like kind of, you know, we couldn't really decide when we could go because of stuff, of reasons. Anyway, we arrived first. There were like 5 different entrances to the building. None of the entrances were marked by any means. So we just stand there and we like, I guess maybe we will go around the building? Because like maybe this isn't the entrance, this looks like the back entrance or something. So, you know, we take a couple of steps, you know, we are about to go over the corner, and suddenly we hear a man, you know, shouting behind us. And he's like, oh, it's open over here. I'm like, huh? Okay, I guess we'll go over there then. So we go over there, you know, he asks us what we're there for, if we are vendors. He lets us into the main hall. The main hall is basically just a basketball, freaking... Well, how do you call it? Not arena. Fucking basketball arena. What am I saying? Court, yes. Why is that the first thing that came to mind? And I couldn't like remember anything else either way. We were over there. And we're like, oh, there's nobody here. They should be called arenas. They should be called arenas for sure. There was nobody there. No one. Even like everyone in charge, you know, all of the organizers, they were nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. So we got there. It was still dark, no lights, just basically, you know, whatever natural light was coming in. And the guy who let us in, I believe he was just in charge of, you know, of the building. So he didn't know anything about the event. He was just, you know, opening the doors, making sure that everything is, not that no people really get in if they're not supposed to get in or something. And he's like, oh, you know, there's like some chalk outlines on the floor. And like, what? Okay. So we go around the court, and we actually see that indeed there are names of the vendors on the floor. You know, they have drawn out the outlines of where the booths are gonna stand. And we found ours. We just sat over there. We're like, so what now? And luckily, we already had a table in our spot in a chair, because all of the others were, well, not all of the others, but most of the others were like so empty. There was not even a chair over there. Just, you know, just the outline, just the name on the floor written in chalk. You know, so we figured, you know what, like, there's nothing to do really. I guess we just start setting up the booth. So we started doing that. And I don't know how late the organizers, is that a word? You know, people in charge started showing up. Just tipos for dominance in the empty room. I've done that kind of thing before. It's pretty funny, but if only if you like have enough people to have fun with. You know, some people started showing up, so you know, they were like, maybe you could come and, you know, take the what's it called? The not bracelet, but you know, the thing that you have on your hand to mark who you are. I forgot the name of the thing. To the tape. And you know, because it took them a while before they even realized that we were just already in. And before any other pass, I guess, yeah, they were like, can you come pick up your pass? And I'm like, okay, we let you in, but we are already in, but sure. So it was really weird how there was nobody there and how we were first, but you know, it was just a silly thing. You know, it did seem like just a silly thing in the beginning. No. For the next couple of hours, not really a lot happened. We, you know, we set up the booth. We put all of the prints and stickers where we wanted them to be. Other vendors have arrived. They have set up their own stands. And, you know, nothing really was happening. I wasn't really sure what to expect. because you know, I thought, oh, you know, if we are first, maybe the people who will arrive be like, oh, hi, you know, or something. I know, just welcome us in. I don't want to be like, oh, you know, they have to welcome us because we are for the first time here. No. But I thought that maybe they would just, you know, they say hi because kind of we do the same thing. But either way, it didn't happen. I didn't like think much about it. It was just like a passing thought in the beginning, and then the event started, you know? 12, you know, noon. All the first visitors started coming. And we were just sitting like kind of anxiously, you know? We were like, heck, this is our first time as vendors. I've visited like a con or two in the past. They're usually quite crowded. And there's a lot of people walking around, and like I don't know what to expect from this one because this one is considerably smaller. And also there's like some people that we thought would be here, but they're not here. And that's weird. I'm speaking about like other vendors. And you know, the first client actually bought something from us like 5 minutes before the official opening time. I think that you just, you know, start letting people in because they were already waiting. They got like a couple of stickers, and they asked us about how we make prints for like aquarelle watercolor paintings even. And you know, we're like, oh, you know, that's nice, you know, the first sale over here. And then, you know, another sale. It was going pretty good, okay? It was going pretty good in the beginning. We got... let's say like 1/3 of all of the money we earned. We actually earned that in like the first 2 or 3 hours. Which, yeah, as you can guess, that kind of doesn't really that doesn't bode well. But either way, you know, after a while, you know, we were just sitting there. I was, you know, just waiting for something fun to happen. Really, the first thing that happened was one of these stands, like on the far end of the corridor, let's say, had actually fallen down, and it freaked me out. I don't know what was happening. I think somebody maybe put it wrong on the table and it just fell, and like everybody started running in the direction to like help the person. I think we were confused, and we were like, I think I'm just going to be just going to cause them trouble if I go. I think everybody else is like more experienced to really help, and I don't just, you know, what I'm trying to say is that I would go and help if I knew how to help. I did not know how to help. I didn't know anything. I was just really confused. I didn't know what was happening. But you know, it was just a first, you know, really small thing. Some people, you know, there were people running in the direction. They managed to like get the thing up really quickly, so that was fine. Then, as I was, you know, as we were just chilling, you know, some people were standing at our booth, and they were, you know, looking at what we had there. They were looking at stickers, basically. Hello! I always forget how to pronounce your name and how we used to pronounce it before. They read as Goleach. Goleach? I fucking don't know. Hydrate, I will, thank you. Can I just call you Got? But yeah, you know, as we were sitting, you know, some people were looking at the stickers, and then some guy has, you know, just like arrived. Goleach. Okay. Some guy has arrived, and he was looking at, you know, at our merch, and he was like, Dobutsu no Mori, or as it's known in the West Animal Crossing. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about, you know? And he was just saying like, fairies like this. What? Excuse me. And, you know, I was just like, so, I was, like he caught me off guard and I was like, yeah, I bet they do. Like, okay. I don't know why you felt the need to say that, but sure. And that was like basically the first funny thing that happened. So obviously the moment he like walked away, I just, you know, I searched for the little notepad and I just quickly scribbled down Nobutsu no Mori. Remember to mention this when I'm telling you guys the story. Because it was pretty silly and yeah, it was, you know, it just like a beautiful moment in the experience. After that, for a while there was like absolutely nothing happening. There would be like a person or two coming through, and to be honest, that was basically most of the con, actually. That, as disappointing as it sounds, it was very empty, actually. I don't know how many visitors there were in total, but honestly, there were generally not a lot of people in, like, I don't know how you call it, like an alley, you know, when there's like stands, you know, there's usually like a couple alleys, and there was usually not more like 5 people in one alley, and most of the time there was just 0. So you know, say, you know, just do what you want with this information. But you know, if there will be like a group of people coming, they will just like stand by some stands and go through. And there was nobody. So we were just sitting there, you know, just chilling. My friend was eating sandwiches with ketchup. Just, you know, just taking, she took ketchup out of her bag and started putting it on her sandwich. I was like, wow, nice. I don't know why it was so entertaining to me, but it was just something, I don't know, it just felt very silly. It's like having street food behind the counter. I had like just like cheese sandwiches, honestly, so I was my food was pretty boring, but yeah, you know, I was just sitting there. Then another amazing thing happened. I like, you know, I'm just like pretty much looking around, and I see Fiona from Shrek. Like, oh my god, look, it's Fiona. And then I see there's behind her, there's Farquaad on a wheelchair, and like, oh my god. Honestly, that was the highlight of the day. Just seeing them. In the end, turns out that they were not really visitors, they were actually gathering money for something, and I'm really sad that they picked that event, because I'm pretty sure they didn't really get a lot, you know. You know, they were fundraising for something, but I don't think that went well. Just, you know, just based on my experience and other vendors' experience, you know, other artists' experience. Next thing, I see a guy walking around like his hands, just like, you know, like he looked like he was holding something, and I'm like, what do you have there? He turns around and he has a fucking, he has a Fumo plushie. He has a Fumo plushie, and he had a Fumo keychain, and he had a Fumo shirt, and something else as well, and I was like, oh my god, this is a real Fumo guy. I was like, wow, I see you one, for real. I was honestly amazed by the people I saw. People are the best thing at cons. Trust me. Trust my experience when I say that. No, don't trust me, I'm just saying stupid things. But anyway, it was very entertaining to see him, and just, you know, Just kind of walking in circles as well, because there was not much to see. Very seasoned veteran, yay! Behind our booth, there was actually a couple of like older computers. And they had Commodore 64. They had some Amiga, I don't remember which one. They had well, I was about to say all the PlayStation. They had PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. It's so crazy to think that PlayStation 3 is considered like retro now. They also had GameCube and Nintendo 64. What? Nintendo 64? And SNES, I think. And something else, I don't remember. Oh, and Sega Genesis, I think. And also a couple of computers. And they were playing either Quake or Doom, I do not know. Because I didn't like see properly. But they were playing Doom. And then arrived this guy who was cosplaying Soldier from Team Fortress 2. And he spent like 5 hours just playing Doom or Quake or whatever it was. He was just sitting in one spot and playing the game. And he was like, you know, right next to me. Like on the, like say, on the, you know, on the other side of the alley. And I was like, cool, I guess. I hope he has fun at least over there, you know? There's not much else we can do over here. He was complaining that they didn't let him take in the weapon. So someone actually did bring it later on, but I don't know, it was still pretty funny. The Fumo guy was playing something. I don't know if it was Mario 3 or something. Either that or it was some fighting game. I don't remember. Most of the consoles had fighting games on them. I only played on the Commodore 64. I played... Okay, I don't really know what the game is. Hold on. I will draw it for you, how it looked like, and maybe you will be able to tell, maybe not. But I have a lot of complaints about the game. I want to complain about the game! Look, beautiful paint. So basically, you have, you know... The game looked like this, you had like, creatures over here. You had creatures. Different kind of creatures. Like aliens. And they had walls around them. You know, they were the same thickness, but you know, just pretend that I'm drawing it properly. And you were controlling the pad. You know, it's like a what's the name of the game? Breakout? It's like a breakout thing, except there's 4 people playing at once. You know, there appears like a spaceship in the middle here, and it spawns a ball, and you know, and the ball kind of, you know, and your thing is to destroy other people's walls and just stay alive on your own. So, you know, breakout 4 people, except you are just one person, and all the other are NPCs. Well, PC, I suppose. It was very difficult. The first thing about Commodore 64 is this, you know, the funny controller, you know, the funny thing. Why the fuck is it so difficult to fucking control the thing? Like, I swear to God, it was like only moving like a millimeter left and right. It was very like difficult to actually make it move. And then the stupid thing, you know, this pad over here, when you were you know, moving the controller the joystick, I suppose, left and right, the pad would, you know, it would travel over here, you know, on this axis. However, it will travel like this, like very fucking fast. And because it was so difficult to control the joystick as well, I just kept dying! It was like, was this game always this difficult? How were people playing it back in the day? Am I just so weak and I can't play the game? I don't know. But I tried playing it, and but yeah, it was just like doing this, and I swear to God, whenever I tilted the joystick one way, it would be like whoop, 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 and I couldn't freaking get the ball, and it would always kill me. It will take the bricks of my thing, it will kill me. As you can see, I'm like losing my words because I'm so upset about the skill issue. They had ancient torture devices at a small convention. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's my complaint. About the old Commodore 64 game. What else? What else was there? Sorry, I got so distracted with my thoughts about the video game. I wish I could play other games, because there's not often you can really just touch. Yes, not often you can touch consoles. There's not often you can play on the older hardware, but sadly, they didn't really have any interesting games. Maybe it was a horror con. Maybe. Games cause violence? Yeah, the retro ones do, apparently. They do! They cause violence in me! They just bring out the anger! But yeah, they mostly had fighting games. And or there was like Super Mario 3, and I was like, I already played this game. I finished this game. I don't want to play it again. I don't care if it's on the original hardware. I played the thing on that hardware. I don't care about this really. Wait, Super Mario 3. Is that SNES or is it, yeah, is it, or is it NES actually? No, I think that's NES. Yeah, I think it's NES. Yeah, NES. Oh, Jesus Christ. My bad. My bad. But yeah, I didn't care. I had my own bootleg of that console as a kid. You could say that this makes a difference. It doesn't really matter to me. So that was that. That was my whole experience with the freaking consoles. I didn't play anything else. As we were sitting there and growing more bored by every hour, we realized that the lady who was selling stuff next to us, she she had stuff like those what are they called? Those material bags. Those like square bags. Google, help me. What is it called? Tote bags. Yes. Oh my. Okay. You guessed before I could find it. But yeah, she was selling tote bags with like Sailor Moon designs and stuff. Square bag. It's square! And she had stuff like cup holders and cups themselves and magnets and other shit. And we were sitting there, and a friend looks at the mugs and she's like, this is AI. And I'm like, huh? And then I turned my head. There it was. There was what? There it was. A fucking mug with a Bulbasaur image, made with just clearly AI made. And I was like, oh, that's great. That's cool. Yeah, sure. Like, The lady was also whenever someone came through. And just looked at her items. She was like, "Oh, all of these things, they're original. They don't. You can wash them. Nothing will happen to them. They're all like original designs. I drew them myself." And I'm like sitting there like, "What? What? You did what?" And I'm guessing she thinks that if you generate something, then it counts as drawing yourself. But, you know, I was very upset. However, I didn't really let it show because I realized that if I start acting weird, she will notice probably. So I tried to like ignore it because I thought, you know what, there's shit I can do about this. Honestly, there's nothing I can do about this. This is my first time as a con. I don't know how people behave in such situations. I don't know if people in charge really care and if they do anything about this. So I was just trying not to look at that. You know, I was just trying not to pay attention to the lady. I was like, you know, I'm not looking at her unless I was bored. Then I guess I would, but. Generally, I try to not pay attention to that. You know that a lot of cons like. Yeah, I mean, generally people say that they don't accept, but sometimes they don't check everything, and I don't know. Like I don't really know people in charge, so yeah. Yeah, the convention were desperate, probably because as we are told later on. The convention was actually supposed to be held at a different place, and because they kind of misled people with the way they were organizing the event, a lot of vendors actually dropped out. So I guess they were like, yeah, whatever, we just take whoever we can, you know. But you know, if it was a big thing. We would probably, like, I think someone would probably... I don't want to be like, oh, someone would probably report it. I just, you know, it was just my first time and I didn't know what I should do about it. I was afraid that maybe, they will, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just really didn't know what to say. I was like, I could go and report it, but I don't know how they treat this kind of thing here, because it was like a first time. The event was actually happening there for the first time with like a new organizer and all of that stuff. Either way, you know, let's leave that behind. It sucked, and I wish it wasn't there, but sadly I was confused and I was my brain didn't really tell me what I should do. I was like, I should just focus on my own thing. I only did let other vendors know about it, and they were like pretty disappointed as well. But you know, I guess it was just blamed on the organizers for letting them sell things over there. I didn't actually tell you what my first sale was, out of everything. The first sale I made was a lady. She was dressed up as an elf, and she bought 2 Anka stickers. Anka from Animal Crossing. And sometimes people would come in and be like, oh, and actually that's the sticker we sold the most of. Which is an amazing 5 items. So we sold 5 Anka stickers, and yeah. Listen. Listen. This is so sad to me. Okay. I was a lady in elf cosplay. I'm happy I met you. The thing about Anka is that she was my first favorite villager in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Was it actually New Leaf that she moved into? I think so. Listen, it was before that fucking video, okay? Listen, it was before the video. Don't say anything. You know, she was my favorite because she was pretty funny, and I don't know, I just like really liked her. And I think I also was like got attached to her because she moved out very quickly, and I didn't realize she was moving out before it was too late. So I was really sad about this. And for many years, I was just like, oh, I want my fucking cat back. It was what the year was it? 2015, I believe, or something. And I got her back eventually, and I swear to God, ever since she moved back, I didn't really play the game because I was afraid she would move out again. In New Horizons, I didn't get her, but I kind of didn't care about New Horizons all that much. But still, you know, I drew her for like for an Inktober a couple of years back, and I decided I'm going to use that drawing as a sticker because I still quite like the drawing. However, yeah, the fame of that one video really kind of like soured my affection towards Anka. I've never seen the video, like I never really like some like tiny little clips and snippets that people had in other videos, but I never like saw the video itself because I was like, this sucks, I refuse. And but yeah, people bought some stickers because I guess they knew her from the video, and I was like, you know, I was just pretending I don't know. And yeah, there was like one person who was like, oh, it's the cat. I'm like, oh my god, don't even start with me. And people actually did recognize most of what we had on the table. I was kind of afraid people wouldn't know because stuff we had was like some Animal Crossing, some Miko drawings, a lot of Don't Starve drawings, and some other stuff, like very random things. And a lot of people would actually come by. They were like, oh my god, Don't Starve! And you know, they would like look at all of the items we had. They were like, oh my god, look, it's this thing, it's this thing. Like, I don't know, the first day it was like, I bet there was like 10 people coming through. They were like, oh my god, Don't Starve! They would be like, you know, surprised and excited, and then they would just walk away. And, you know, not even say a word to us. And like, oh, you're just excited, but you're not buying anything. I see. Okay, I understand. So, yeah, you know, that day was the day I learned that, that's actually how I bet everyone kind of acts, you know, when they're in a store. But the moment you are on the other side, you kind of realize how silly it is. Because normally, I mean it's normal, right? You go to a store, you see something fun, you're like excited, but you're like, but like I cannot just spend my money on whatever. But and then you walk away. But the moment you are the seller and people do it in front of you, and you hear that, it's like, oh my god, this is so sad. You don't get anything from me. Well, you should have just stayed silent. And yeah. Wow, items must fly out of my pocket. Yeah, it's just like, I wish Mats could pay for my items for the stuff that I want. I realized I forgot to change my picking status on Discord. So, you know, that was, I would say, most of the day already, you know, and still not really a lot happened other than, you know, a couple people bought stuff here and there, but it was basically pretty empty after like 3 p.m. Well, maybe 4 p.m. And I was really bored by that time, you know. I would sometimes walk around and, you know, just look what other vendors have on their stands. And I'm trying to think, who was the first person who really talked to us? Either way, not like it really matters, but you know, we talked to like some to a neighbor, let's say, to people from the neighboring stand, and we kind of, you know, just realized that, oh, did you at least break even? No. We talked to them. We realized that we are both, you know, selling stuff for the first time. So we're like, oh, yeah, well, you're also trying to become a vendor, but like a real official vendor. You know, I'm shaking your hand. Welcome, hi. So you know, we met some people. I realized that I think, you know, I think I want to meet more people. So I'll walk around, try to find somebody to talk to, and well, not really walk around. I didn't walk around a lot because I was, you know, I had to sit on my stand. I couldn't leave it unattended. I didn't want to leave my friend alone for too long. And we couldn't both go because, as I said, cannot leave the booth unattended. And at that moment, a very loud sound rang in our ears. We still don't know what happened. However, there was an alarm ringing. You know, a full fucking alarm. We like, what's happening? Is something burning? I don't know, you know, I saw people, you know, just like holding their ears, just being, you know, very uncomfortable with the loud sound. Hello, Funny Rat! And, you know, there were like people from the organization just running around, just trying to figure out what's happening. They didn't tell us, but, you know, it went quiet. And we were like, oh, okay. And then it like 10 minutes have passed and it happened again. And I was like, huh, okay, this goes on the list then. And I cannot really tell you what it was, as I said, because they didn't tell us. I'm really curious because I wish I at least knew the reason why this freaking alarm went off, but Alarm during Con Classic. Yeah, I was like, ah, okay, I guess this is the experience we are having right now. It's nice to see you too. How are you doing? How's your Saturday? Yeah, then that was that, and I figured, you know what? I don't think there's really more people coming. There's not a lot of more people coming, so I guess I'll just try walking around and maybe meet some other artists, because I don't really know a lot of people, like, you know, from my country who are artists. Like, you know, maybe I'll go walk around and try to meet people, you know? Try not to stay too long. However, you know, I walked to one booth because one person told... There was one person who was walking around like a big fish plushie. And she has a fish keychain and like a necklace and a couple of pins. And I was like, oh my god, you are covered in fish. I'm so honored to meet you. Just had dinner, which is good. I'm glad to hear that. But yeah, there was this person who was walking around with a fish, and I was like, oh my god, hello! And she was just standing by our booth for like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. The moment some people came by, she was like, oh my god, look, they have this, they have this, they have this. She was like making free promotion for us. Until she left, but I was like, it was a pretty funny thing, and I was like, oh my god. Is everyone over here so friendly? Is everyone so fun? So if you know, I'm gonna go and see, because she told us that I had a shirt with like Kiryu from Yakuza, and she's like, oh, you know, there's one booth that has Yakuza merch actually. And I was like, I guess I have Kiryu in my shirt. I have a conversational piece right here on me. Maybe I can go and start a chat. So that's what I did. I was walking around looking for that booth. I found the booth. I was like, oh, we have like keychains and stickers with Kiryu and Majima, and they were like, oh my god, you have a cool shirt. And I'm like, thank you. And I was like, you know, like, okay, it worked. They took the bait. No, not really the bait, but you know, I was like happy that the conversation started because I didn't know how to start myself. And that's how it be for me like sometimes. You know, I started talking to them, asked them how the con is, and they were like, you know, it's okay. And I'm like, yeah, this is my first time having a table at a con, so you know, it's an experience. And they, you know, they heard that, they looked at me and they were like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm sorry, this is literally the worst thing you could have, like, that you could end up with for the first time. And I'm like, oh, I see. Like, there's, like, any other con is usually okay, but this is the worst thing that we have experienced. I'm like, oh my god. This is so sad. So, I talked to them about, you know, how it is on other cons. And then some other people, like, you know, they walked by. They were actually also other artists from other tables around. So the person I was talking to, she was like, oh, come, you know, come to the back here. Don't stand like in front, because I guess it would be I was making like, if somebody was actually interested in the wares, they would maybe think that you know, I'm just there buying stuff. I'm making a fake line or something, a fake queue. So, you know, I went behind the curtains. My goodness, what the heck my stomach is doing. And, you know, we talked for a half an hour. We talked about, like, you know, about the universe and all of that stuff. And you know, I was really interested in meeting other vendors because, you know, if you have, like, if you know anyone else who has experience as a vendor, you can at least ask them, you know, what to prepare, you know, because it's something that's really difficult to figure out on your own when you're doing stuff for the first time. We had, you know, the lucky unlucky advantage of having a con that didn't really bring a lot of people, so we didn't sell out anything. So it's not like we maybe lost some sales because we didn't have enough stuff to sell. But yeah, like, I was like, you know, I just really want to meet people to, like, you know, to just ask them their experiences, and, you know, if they like what they're doing, and how to maybe prepare better for the next time, and maybe if they have any tips for, like, you know, beginning artists. I didn't want to be like it's very difficult because, you know, as I say, I had like a goal with this. You know, I wanted to learn some stuff. However, I did not want people to think that this is the only reason why I'm talking to them, because, you know, it's very easy for people to think that you're only talking to them because you want something, you know. And then I'm pretty sure you also experience the kind of thing that, you know, like, I don't know, maybe you have a family member that doesn't really talk to you, but the moment they need something, you're the first person they're calling. So I was like, I don't want to seem like I'm only talking to them because I have an agenda. I was like, I really just want to meet people and, you know, maybe make friends, but also I want to learn, because this event only lasts 2 days, and if I don't make friends, then I'll have to start from the beginning, you know? So I was like, maybe I can learn something so I can get to the next con, and then maybe I can, you know, strengthen the friendship. Either way, this is like a really philosophical thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I was like, you know, it's very difficult getting the cons, and they were like, yeah, that's true. Because there's like a lot of artists, and a lot of artists have like they're known, and they usually get to the con. So if you're new, it's, you know, it's difficult to really get that first standing. So I talked to them for an hour until my friend called me, and she was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes." And like, I thought something happened. You were gone for half an hour. And like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it's been that long. So, you know, I went back to the booth. She told me that nothing sold the entire time I was gone. Great con, great experience. How to be a vendor at con, don't be a vendor at con. And you know, and then I told her everything that I learned from other people, you know, from the other people at the other stand. They also told me that that it'd been so boring that they actually been exchanging items with other artists, and I'm like, huh, I see. I guess like if this is like if you are going home with all of this stuff anyway, and maybe you want some merch for yourself as well, but you cannot buy anything because you didn't earn a lot, and I guess exchanging it with other artists is like fair game, you know. It's fun, pretty okay. Like you exchange stuff. It's like the first time I felt like, wow, my stuff is valuable. But yeah, the day ended like that. We like shortly after it, we went home. Nothing happened. We actually met a couple more people before we went home. They were like, "Oh, you're here for the first time," and you know, like a couple, like 6 different artists from different tables like came over to our table, and they were like, "Oh, let's see what you have." Yeah, like I don't know you, never met you before, like I never seen you, so we're just gonna look at your stuff. And yeah, like we made some friends, I guess. You know, I picked up some stuff because they actually wanted to exchange, you know, some stickers and some prints, and we're like, okay, well, it's, you know, it's fine. Like, I don't mind. Like, it's not like it's not like I'm going to sell everything. So we exchanged some items. It was pretty fun, and then we went home. So that was the first day. And you could say it was pretty eventful, but not really. Like a lot of things happened around the con, but not really. It wasn't because the con was successful, it was because everyone was bored and we were just looking for anything to entertain us, you know. And no. Before we went to bed, we were just, you know, just hoping that maybe the next day would be better, because the first day we made up for like half the expenses we had to make so far for the table and for all of the stuff. So we're like, if we can, you know, at least get the same amount tomorrow, then we can break even. But yeah, as spoiler, we did not break even. We were a couple bucks short. So it wasn't too bad. It's not like I'm, you know, I don't have any kind of money. It's fine, but you know, it was a little bit disappointing. But someone told us that his first experience was even worse. So I was like, I guess it could be worse. So I can't really complain that much. The next day, you know, we arrived, we made sure we set up everything, and we were waiting for like people to like, you know, start appearing. There was not much happening. As other vendors were arriving, I was like, I guess I'm just gonna go and say hi, you know, because there's like nothing else happening. So I went there and I said hi, and I met some new people. And, you know, as I was talking to some people, we suddenly hear a really loud sound. We turn around, and, there's like an inflatable castle behind the booth. There's a big fucking thing, like a couple meters down the court, and you're like, oh my god, no, are you serious? Is this thing going to like scream into our ears the entire time we're here today? Because that was June 1st, which is okay, I'll get there in a moment. But yeah, which is you know, Kids Day. So they decided to, I guess, try to maybe get more visitors to the cons and market it as a kids thing. Not like kids really got anything. There was this one girl who like walked by our booth and she was like, "Oh my god, mom, I want that!" And you know, her mom was just like looking and she was like, maybe get a sticker at first, you know, like we just arrived. And the girl was like looking at stickers and was like, maybe later. No, she did not come back later. I was so upset. Mom of the girl, why did you get the print? Why did you let her get the print? She wanted the print. I didn't even know what it was. I think it was Miku or something. Or like something else, like some other girl, but still. I was kind of sad. First, in case of 2 days for cons, and or second, in case of 3 days cons, are surely the best day to earn money. Yeah. It's just like, you know, I do not expect the second day to be better, but, you know, it was just like... You know, I was hoping for something. So, you know, there was that inflatable castle, and in front of the castle there were actually like some coloring pages on the ground for kids as well. And you know, I was just talking to the artists and was like, so are people actually coming over here to, you know, to color these? Like, are kids even just like standing here? And they're like, kind of, but not really, because they printed the coloring pages on fucking glossy paper. So you couldn't really color it. Because as you can guess, pencils don't really work on a glossy paper. So, you know, I was just like shocked. I was like, how can you make that kind of mistake? What were they thinking? That's more expensive paper as well. I think it was probably some leftovers they had, but still, it was really weird. As the vendors was trying to even lower prices just to break even if they didn't do it yet. That makes sense, yeah. But yeah, that day was mostly us just talking to other artists, because it turns out that everyone was really cool. It was like, I was so surprised how easy it was to talk to others, because I'm used to like being the awkward person in the room. Whenever I am at any like family gathering or any kind of party, if I try to say something to others, they either do not reply, or they like, you know, they like smile and they're like not really even interested in continuing the conversation. But over there it was like so nice. I was just like, oh, you know, how is the con? And suddenly they would like talk for 5 minutes straight. And I was like, oh my god, you want to talk to me? So I was really surprised and I was really happy with how friendly people were. And it's fun to say name of con so we can avoid in the future. Don't worry, I don't think there's going to be a second edition. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh yeah. Okay, so the Fumo guy. Was it the Fumo guy? I don't think the Fumo guy actually got anything. But there was other guy. The guy who... I think he was the Butsunomori guy. He, after walking by our stand for like the 3rd time, he was like, fine, it's pretty expensive, but I guess I'm gonna get it. And he bought the Portal Turret charm. And I was like, oh my god, thank you! So I was pretty happy that my charm sold, because I love the turrets from Portal. It's like my favorite game. So yeah, he got one. I was like, oh my god, excited. And the fish girl also got one. So I was like, oh my god, this is the only charm cells we made. 2 turrets. But it was pretty fun. Yeah, well, that happens when you have a full room of people that awkward in social situations. Listen, wait, you mean like it's easier for us to talk? Because I would usually assume that if everyone is awkward, then it would be difficult to talk. But it wasn't. It was weird. There was actually one Miku cosplayer, and she was walking around with like a friend, and you know, she noticed that I had some Vocaloid art, and we talked a bit about some Vocaloid, and she bought something from us. And her friend was like, "Oh my god, you were not supposed to spend anymore." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." And you know, we talked to them a little bit, and she I was like, "Oh, I guess I hope you don't spend everything you have." And her friend was like, "The next time we come, I'm gonna tell you how much to spend." And like, okay. They actually did come by our booth like 2 more times, to like show us the stuff they got. Their mom was like, "When is the next time you're going to sell stuff somewhere?" I'm like, "I don't know, lady, I'm sorry. You're very nice, but I don't know if I'm going to sell stuff soon again. I don't know when or where. Probably not around here, because that was pretty far from where I live." Suddenly not weird when you gather a bunch of weirdos? Yeah. Oh, I guess so, yeah. So at that time, again, there was the moment of really not a lot of people, you know. Not where it was quite empty one more time. So I was like, okay, I got some food. I guess I'm gonna go chat. And I walked to another booth. I talked to another artist, and behind the artist there was a kid. There was a child. And he like points his finger on my shirt and he's like, "Half-Life!" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I do have a shirt from Half-Life, you know, like with Half-Life print. Have you played Half-Life?" And he's like, "Yes! The second one!" I'm like, "Yeah, good, cool. I mean, cool that you know it. This fucking old game. The game's like 3 times your age or something." And afterwards he like I think somebody called him, so he ran by, and the artist from the booth, she was like, "Please help me." And I'm like, "What happened?" And she's like, "I went to the bin to just, you know, throw something away, and he hasn't left my side since." And I'm like, "What the heck? Who is the child? Who is the lost child? Why won't he leave you alone?" Yeah, that was very entertaining for me, but I don't think it was very entertaining for her. It was really funny though. I was like, why is this child shouting about Half-Life and just like bothering other artists? Pretty funny. And then I listened to like some people like the next booth, and they're like, I see they're busy doing something. Lost Child at another classic. And I'm like, "Oh, you know, how are you doing?" And they're like, "We're playing GeoGuessr on our phones." Like, "Oh, is that what you do when you're bored?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is the best thing to do when you're bored. Like, when you have nothing to do, just play GeoGuessr." And I'm like, makes sense. And they started like sharing tips for how to play the game. So I guess now I know what to do next time when I'm bored. So yeah, there was that. A GeoGuessr stream. I mean, I could maybe. I don't think I'd be good at it. But yeah, you know, I talked to them. Then we traded some more. There's actually one more cosplayer that I want to talk about, because there weren't a lot of cosplayers, to be honest. There was this one guy who was cosplaying Dante from Devil May Cry, and he had like a sign saying that he will like piggyback ride you if you talk to him. Well, he will give you a piggyback ride basically, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna ask, but that's pretty fun. Crazy, yeah, and he was standing by a booth and he was like talking about something, like about our stuff. And we actually got in the conversation with him, like another person who was from his booth. We talked for like half an hour or something. We talked about dragons and cringe. You know what? I'm not gonna get into the topic, but either way, we talked a little bit. What was the thing I wanted to continue with? the girl actually bought some stickers. I was like, oh my god, thank you. You want to trade? I signed you up for the next snooze GeoGuessr tournament thingy. I saw that one, the first one. That was pretty fun. I think I talked to him about Ado, actually. That Ado has some merch coming or something, and they were like, oh, that's pretty cool. Not like it matters to you, that's I just remembered it randomly. But yeah, we trade some more stuff with other vendors. And as Kiran said in the chat, that inflatable castle, you know, the jumping castle, yeah, it just reminded us of DashCon. It was basically, if you don't know what DashCon is, I don't think I'll be able to really explain it well, but if you know, you know. Basically, it was the official Tumblr convention. It was absolutely terrible. It was a dud, and you know, and they had like ball pool. No, what? How is it called actually? Is this a ball pool? I don't think that's what it called. Anyway, with the ball pit. Thank you. So yeah, you know, they had a ball pit that supposedly somebody peed into. Anyway, not that it really has anything to do with this con, but you know, we had the inflatable jumping castle, and with how this convention has been going, and the castle in the background, and like just not really many attendees in the first place, you know, the comparison to DashCon was just like, it was the immediate thing that came to mind to like pretty much everybody, I think. My friend was like, yeah, DashCon. I'm like, oh my god, you're so correct. And then somebody else also said it. And yeah, it was really silly. It was really silly. You know, as we were talking about this with some other artists, they told us that, oh, you know what, this is so boring, and nobody really cares about what's happening. We saw the organizers in like a tiny, like in a small store, in the next like building, and they were just eating pizza. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Why did they not bring us pizza? They didn't. If you know what Żabka is, it's like a local store. You know, it's basically, you know, it's just a store you can find anywhere. So that's where the organizers have been hanging out and just eating, apparently, not really caring about what's happening. And you know, the moment we learned, we were pretty sad about it. What was next? What was next? I think the next thing was I was bored again. So I decided to roam around one more time. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna just see what like the rest of the people have, because I didn't really have time to like see all of the other booths. I just didn't want to like stay away too long. So like it was first experience, yeah, it was just, it was not very good. So you know, I was walking down the alley. I saw the girl with the fish, and she was like, "You want some nuts?" And I'm like, "What? Okay." You know, I walked to her, and she's like, "Hold on, I'm gonna dig them out." And she's like, you know, trying to search for them in her bag. Instead, she found orange juice. She was like, "Oh, you want orange juice?" I'm like, "Okay, thank you." But she found the nuts in the end as well, and I got like a couple in my hand. Like, "Oh, thank you for feeding me." So I ate some of the nuts as I was looking at the other booths. I came back to mine, gave my friend the rest of the nuts. I was just sitting there drinking the orange juice. Talking to like the neighboring people. Thank you, First Girl. First Girl saved my life. And as I was sitting there, I think my friend went to the bathroom, and I see some girls walking down the First Girl MVP, walking down the alley. They had like tiny baskets, and I saw them that they glanced at me, and I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? I'm scared. And they stand stopped exactly in front of me, and they were like, we come here to exchange the goods. And I'm like, oh, it is time to trade again. And actually, you know, they were like, you can choose whatever you want from our baskets, and then we will take our own things. And it was so nice. And I was like, my god, people who actually want to trade with me. They like my items. They want to be friends with me. And you know, as they were looking at our stuff, they noticed that we had a sticker of what's it called? Like the eagles from Heroes of Might and Magic. Hold on. I don't think it's called morale. Is it morale in English? That's what they the symbol. Is it morale? But yeah, they were like, oh, can we buy this too? And I'm like, yeah, they are for sale. And they were like, oh, it would be so fun to just walk around people, you know, because the con has been so shady. And I'm like, oh my god, you are a genius. And you know, and they like we exchanged things. They left. You know, the friend arrived as well to get some stuff for her own. And I told her the idea of how about we take some of these eagles, and we just walk around and give them to people, to, you know, to other artists to raise their morale. And it was a very silly idea, but honestly, it's not like we're going to sell those anyway. And there's not a lot of people really coming at that point. You know, I was before I also what's it called? What was I about to say? I saw somebody had some stickers from like Portal and Half-Life, and I was like, damn, I should have done some myself too. I also had a conversation with a guy about Deus Ex. We talked for like 10 minutes until somebody arrived and wanted to buy something, and he like disappeared in like 5 seconds. I don't know what happened to him. He just disintegrated or something. So yeah, I just had, you know, people were coming to my booth. They were like, this says you like Half-Life, but there's no Half-Life here. And like, I'm sorry. So yeah, honestly, I talked to a lot of people, and the Dante cosplayer was like walking around everywhere every now and then. He was also like a vendor at some, because I think he was a helper at some booth, and so you know, what's it called? The badge? No, the badge. You know how fucking, you know that sticker on that featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series? That's how I pretty much felt about this con. I was like, this is a convention featuring Dante from Devil May Cry. It's like, you should have like the seal of approval. And yeah, the last thing that's really noteworthy even noteworthy about the event, we did take those morale stickers and actually some Bella Goth stickers from, you know, the Sims, and we will walk around and ask every vendor if they have played Heroes of Might and Magic 3, and if they said yes, then we will give them the morale. And I was like, do you want us to raise you the morale? Do you want us to raise your morale even? And they were like, oh my god. Everyone was really happy about that sticker. They were like so surprised. And if they didn't know the game, we asked them if they played Sims, and if they know Bella, and then we would give them that sticker. And if they didn't know any, and we're like, I'm sorry, I wish I could give you something, but I don't have anything else. So yeah, we would just walk around and ask everybody, basically. We don't make it everywhere, but like we went there to like most of the vendors, and everyone was really like friendly. And we had some chats with everybody, you know, about just like the games and such. And honestly, I think I can proudly say that this was like the most extrovertic thing I ever did in my life. Just talk to everybody, you know, just like walk to every freaking artist and just talk to them. I mean, like, do you know this? Can I give you the sticker? It was such a weird experience, honestly. It was not something I would do normally. It was so out of character. But I really wanted to, you know, just do something. I figured, you know, this is the moment when I have like this high of energy, and I'm like feeling pretty feeling pretty sure of myself. You know, I never really had this feeling. I never really felt like I can just do anything. I never felt like I could just talk to anybody. So I figured, you know what, this is a chance. We have to walk around. We have to make friends with everybody. So, you know, I picked my friend. He's like, we're going to talk to everybody. And, you know, honestly, as much as it was unusual for me to do, and really out of character, what happened afterwards really wasn't, because I spent all of my social energy, my social battery was so spent that I didn't feel like talking to anybody for like 3 days. But like I'm really, I don't know if this might sound silly, but I was like pretty happy, because I thought, you know, I was always very shy. I always kept to myself. I never really talked to people. I always thought that I would be, you know, this one person who's just like shy in the corner and not talking to anybody. So, you know, having this, suddenly feeling like an extrovert for like one day of my life, it was so weird. And I felt like I don't think I would ever be able to get there if I didn't start streaming, honestly, because it just really taught me how to just, you know, hold a conversation. Because, you know, even just chatting to you guys in the chat is like always like I need to you know, it like teaches you a lot about how to really just you know, hold a conversation, as I said, and just say things with sense and like reply to people. Because if you do not have the experience of chatting a lot, if you're only like talking to one person or like 2 people in your life, then meeting a stranger and holding a conversation, it's a completely different thing, and it's so difficult. And I feel like streaming has taught me so much, even though I've just only been doing it for like 2.5 years. And I know I still have a lot to learn, but I don't know. I just felt like it was a very nice like proof that actually I learned something, you know? Because sometimes you might feel like you're not really going anywhere because you don't really know how to gauge the progress. And I felt like just seeing that I changed a little bit over the time, just being able to talk to people and not feel like really embarrassed and just, you know, tripping over my words. It was so different. It was so refreshing. And you know, I feel like I'm probably okay to do more. Sometimes the experience is the biggest prize. Yeah, that's nice to hear. Thank you. But so yeah, I'm honestly, I'm not complaining. I mean, you know, even though the event, it wasn't as great as you could have hoped for, because, you know, we thought that we would at least make some money, maybe, you know, anything. then I cannot complain too much because I like met so many cool people. You know, I had so many fun conversations, and it was like such a good experience that yeah, as much as I can complain about the train and about how slow the convention was, it was still a very good experience and I had a lot of fun. So I can't wait for the next time, you know. I'm actually going to one at the end of July, so until then I am free and I'll be playing games with you guys. I'll be playing System Shock. Whee! I'll be playing what's the other name? What's the other game? I forgot. Dark Souls. I actually want to play Dark Souls. Yakuza when? Yakuza when? How about after the con? We can play Yakuza after the con. That sounds like a good idea. Might be fun. But yeah, until then, I'll try to just catch up with all of the work I have. Do some more streams, and I'll try to actually draw the freaking model because it's been taking me so long. And yeah, honestly, I'm just so spent. I don't really know what I want to do this week. Honestly, ever since I returned home, I didn't really do much. I've just been so tired. Because, you know, the 2 weeks leading up to the event, I was just working all day, every day, basically. I was either preparing files for print, I was printing shit, I was making stickers, I was cutting out stickers, I was, like, designing the sheets. It was so much. And, like, right now, it was, like, the moment I got home, my brain just, like, it just turned off. Nothing was happening for like 2 days. And I am currently kind of out of it in a sense that I'm kind of fighting an art block a little bit because I wish I could just, you know, draw something for myself, but I'm just tired. So I figured, you know, I'm just going to take the rest of the week off and just do whatever, basically. So give my brain some time to recover. And next week we'll be back to normal, hopefully. So, yeah. I think honestly, I think I said everything I could about the con. So, thank you so much for listening to me. If I remember anything else, I will definitely tell you. But I think I just, like, I told you most of what I had to say. As I mentioned, there was, like, a lot of cool people, and I had so many fun conversations. And there were also some not so fun things. It was nice hearing on your stories, thank you. I actually just remembered that the guy I had a conversation about with Deus Ex with, I met him when I was going to the bathroom. He was actually leaving the bathroom and I was like, oh. And he was like, oh, cool shirt. I'm like, oh, thank you, you know. Weird place meeting a person, but anyway. You know, he was leaving, I just walked in to, like, wash my hands. And as I was walking by to my booth, as I sat down, he was actually walking by and I was like, oh, hi, it's me! And, you know, I think he was like, oh, it's the person that I complimented before. I guess I have to stand now. And he was then, I was looking through our stuff and then we had the conversation about Deus Ex for like 10 minutes. It was really funny though. But yeah, I was like, heck, I need to talk to people. I have to be open. So I'm really looking forward to what other weird conversation I'll have with people. And yeah. Guys, we need to play more games so we can draw things. But yeah, I think that's all. And I will tomorrow I will just probably turn my brain off. Hydrate, I will, thank you. Tomorrow I will just turn my brain off and I'll rest. Maybe I'll play a game. I want to stretch. We need more art streams. That's true. That's true. I guess after I'm done with today's stream, I will just make a schedule for the next week. Because I do not want to forget about the art streams. So if everything, I think I will want to stream more this month because heck, a schedule. Because it's, god damn it, it's already June. I don't know what happened to May. The month of May just like didn't exist. It's already June. It's almost summer. It feels crazy. So I want to stream more because like a year ago or 2 years ago, I was playing so many games at this time, and now I'm busy with everything. So I want to play again. So I think what I'm gonna do is I have no idea what went on in May. Nothing and everything at once. So I think what I want to do is like have 2 gaming streams a week and then 1 art stream. You know, maybe in between. Because I want to play that System Shock and hopefully finish it before the second one comes out. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for listening. I hope you had fun listening to my stories. I wish I was better at storytelling as well, but I guess I just have to be content with being able to say things without tripping over my words too often. Because honestly, if you think about it, like a year ago, whenever I tried speaking, I would be like, and I would just like misspeak all the time, and I would make up words because my tongue just didn't want to really be clear. So I'm just, you know, I just have to be happy with that. Maybe storytelling will be the next thing I learn, I don't know. It's always good to listen to you. Yep, thank you. I'm happy you guys, you guys hang out with me and, you know, want to throw in some thoughts of yours. And I think I will see you on Monday. I'll probably have the next stream on Monday. So we'll start the System Shock remake. And I just have a good next rest of the weekend. And I don't know, get some rest. And I don't know. Hope you have a good time. I wish I knew how to better end streams. Hope I can catch some streams. I hope so too. Is there anybody I could raid right now? Working 70 these days? Oh my god. That's a lot. I hope you can get some rest, because that sounds really difficult. You got an artist? Ooh. Tell me, who was the artist? That was an account some time ago? Ooh. The one that made Snooze's creature. Oh. Okay. Is that the artist? Is that somebody I can raid? Might not have raids on. Well, we will see. We will see. No, I can raid her. That's okay. Them, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, we'll raid them. And please say hi. Please be nice. I'll see you again on Monday. And have a good rest of the day. Goodbye!